Switchblade to a single in the midnight. Think twice about the motherfucking quick knife. Switchblade suicide with the wrist slice. Closed eyes won't rise when the sun's bright. Switchblade serenading in the moonlight. Holler to the fucking sky cause the moon bright. You know they say when the stars in my eyes where to go running high. That we don't wanna lie when the union arrives. And the street light shining, you know my time's arriving. Out when it's dark cause we midnight vibing. Midnight driving, cruising by flying. Living so fast, never think about dying. Bones up in the dark and we hang out with the Batman. Scars on my knuckles cause we fucking with the wolf gang. Switchblade shining, night bright wildin'. Stars in my eyes when the moonlight shines in. Murder rap on my first track. Killing shit cause I've been begging. Suicide on the second, I don't care, just accept it. Knife swipe and get doomed. Switchblade coming soon. Chills on your spine when we holler to the fucking moon. Still shine bright, frostbite, make it eyes wide, shut down stars with the right swirl. Blood on my fist, knife test on my wrist, moonshine on the blade, just cruising through the mist. Middle be the midnight, think twice about the motherfucking quick knife. Switchblade suicide with the wrist slice. Closed eyes won't rise when the sun's bright. Switchblade serenading in the moonlight. Holler to the fucking sky cause the moon bright. You know they say when the stars in my eyes where to go running high. That we don't wanna lie when the union arrives. And a little bit of midnight, think twice about the motherfucking quick knife. Switchblade suicide with the wrist slice. Closed eyes won't
反转的日子开始了，啦啦啦啦啦啦啦啦啦啦啦啦啦啦，啦啦啦啦啦。嗯？诶？不，又是一天。
This guy, he just had a junkyard at his disposal or something.
Just been putting shit together for years.
You'd think there's more money than buying a new car to make all this happen.
He's got the A-track. He's got the old and the new. Look at this fob.
He does have a new fob, yeah. Oh,
I mean,
guillotine windows.
you gotta work with what you got. All right. How'd the water get on the other side of the glass?
Yeah, that's what I was worried about. All right. So that guy's broke as hell. But no, you'd think it costs more money to do all that shit to him, but you could just buy a new car, especially if you're not Saudi Arabia or wherever the fuck he is.
That guy is living life.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the bitchin' new episode of the fucking Crowded Room podcast. I'm Alex, he's Jer. Excuse my language. It's too early for that shit.
We got Shay in the chat already. What's up, Shay?
Thank you, Shay. You know what it is. We're back from the goddamn hard grind of the week. How was your week, Jer?
My week was, another week in the sun. No, in the rain, actually.
You don't look very tan.
Yeah,
not like me.
Driving out to Clucas Lake, it's been nice.
Yeah. Hanging out in the house.
No.
I should have a lot more tan chests than I do today. But
I didn't realize we were island boys today.
We are. We're actually live from Jeffrey Epstein's recently sold island. I guess it's not his anymore.
It's a resort now.
Yeah, and trust me, guys, that's a rude to say that they're still doing child labors or child sexes around here. We don't believe in sex and childs. Yeah, thank you for keeping the line dead after I said that. You just had to leave an awkward silence after I brought that one up.
We're on Epstein Island, man. I don't know how to proceed from here.
Yeah. We don't believe in touching little childs and shit. I don't know about you because you kept it real silent after I said that.
Because if you like say you don't, it sounds even worse.
It sounds more suspicious. Yeah, that's fine. No one's looking at us. You know, they're all staring at the rich guys that brought us over here.
Yeah.
Don't ask how we got here. Jared does have a pretty juicy ass. He did shake it a little bit, but ladies and gentlemen,
I did what I had to do to get here. We got Cypher in the chat. We got
you.
Cassandra in the chat. We got the old fucking gang in the chat.
The whole gang's here, and we appreciate it, ladies and gentlemen. We try to bring you the hard-hitting news, and no weather. No weather this week, just news.
So who have we found on Epstien Island lately? Or
Well, it actually just sold to some guy that had nothing to do with them. So they're expunging.
Nothing to do with them.
They're expunging the record. All the adrenochrome that's in the sand that they bled the little kids dry with. That's old news, dude. It doesn't count.
Well, maybe they want to plant some crops in that soil.
Exactly. Right? Some creeping grass or
The
something.
infrastructure is there for underground railroad.
Well, that would be a pretty big one because there's a little bit of an ocean around them.
Yeah, but they're known for having
Dude, imagine owning an island. Like how little fucks you would give just sitting there. Like if you had all the food and shit and all the never mind. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we're back for a hard-hitting episode. So first thing in the news this week that scared the shit out of me is 50 U.S. senators got issued sat phones.
And what satellite? Is it like Elon Musk satellites that it's connected to, or
No. So
got their own
I've done a
satellite.
lot of work remote in the middle of nowhere, and every time they give you a sat phone, basically it just means that you have no cell service, and it'll still work. So like if you're going out hunting for a couple weeks, you bring a sat phone because who the fuck knows what's going to happen, and there's no other way to get a hold of somebody. So this is suggesting that the entire communication grid is going to go down in short order.
I see.
Otherwise, why aren't their cell phones good enough? They think maybe China can compromise their cell phones into some way of rendering them useless or
So they're worried
invaluable.
about like an EMP attack or something like that.
EMP attack. I mean, that's the quick one to go to with your brain. Mexico issued a warrant. Yeah. That's the small-minded attempt at thinking.
What
that
an
would
idiot! You think
lead
there's
you to believe that
everybody knows there could be an EMP attack.
it would be a giant EMP attack that would encompass the entire United States to require all 50 senators to get one.
Okay.
They're pretty local EMP attacks. So on the exact same note, Mexico issues a warning that they have a supervolcano on loom of erupting, which could knock down communications for the entire U.S.
So what about like having a nuke explode right over top of everything?
Again, that's local.
Is that local?
So if that happens in
pretty
New
local?
York, that's not going to knock down.
Well, fuck, I don't
communication.
know, dude.
I know you don't know because that's what I was saying. It's very small-minded. No, I'm kidding.
How do you know? What did you?
Well, just use
went
your
to
brain. If
nuke school?
a fucking nuke goes off in New York, you think it's going to affect L.A.?
I don't know how big a fucking nuke is, but
Oh, really? Okay. So Japan got blew up in 1945.
Yeah.
Korea's fine. They're not very far away from each other.
Fair enough, asshole. All right. What's next?
It's the glasses. They're putting it in me.
Like, I don't think LA would get fucked up from a nuke in New York, but still, like, I don't know how far it would go. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
There's like 3,000 kilometers or miles. I don't know what the difference is there. But yeah. You'd blow up a nuke in New York. LA's fine.
so how many nukes does it take to get to LA?
Well,
from
that's
New York?
just it. If you do that in every single major city around the U.S., it would take 25 plus nukes to go off simultaneously. You could do it.
But also, like, when they talk about using a nuke as an EMP and detonating it like way up high,
Yeah.
like it wouldn't just affect New York. Like, you'd think it would have a wider radius than what it would hit.
Yeah.
It would hit the
So
ground.
the radius is small, but the fallout is large, and the fallout has to do with the direction that the Earth is spinning. If you believe in round Earth theory.
If you don't believe in it, though, you're good.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah, then you're fine.
All right.
You just keep playing Call of Duty and fucking. Pretty soon you'll get that nuke in Call of Duty.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Win
That's
the
what's
game.
up.
Nobody knows what I'm talking about here, but okay, there we go. Anyways, ladies and
Shay
gentlemen.
says they have a nuke map where you can play around and see the blast radius. Oh, I'm the only one that hasn't done that, apparently.
Apparently. You're like, oh, LA, New York. Right next to you. Think did you really think a nuke could take out one nuke could take out the entire US?
No, but as far as an EMP, as I said, like that detonated up above, I don't know how much it could fuck up.
That'd have to be pretty high up above. But hey, stranger things have happened.
Well,
you know?
I would think it would have a bigger radius than like it would if it hit the ground. So
yes.
like, you know,
regardless, you're right there.
Yeah.
But it's just, we're talking massive 3,000 kilometer shits. Even a super volcano couldn't affect that big of an area.
How many what meter radius does a nuke take up?
Oh, that's something Andrew could Google us.
I thought you were the expert.
I am, but I defer to the Google expert over here. Obviously.
Blast radius of a nuke.
Let's look it up. Blast radius of a nuclear warhead.
He's getting technical with it.
Those clickety clacks are awesome. Yeah. All right. So I think I'm just going to bet here. The immediate area is probably something like 100 miles of instant death or slow death. But then the real dangerous part is the nuclear fallout that comes afterwards, which is basically rain.
Just the immediate blast radius I'm concerned about. Because the
I'm
fallout afterwards wouldn't have anything to do with...
I got you. My bet's on 100 meters or 100 kilometers. What's your bet?
100 kilometers? I think maybe... Actually, that's a lot. 100 kilometers is a lot.
It's a lot, but not really when we're talking about New York to LA.
Honestly, I think you're probably right. But, yeah, okay.
Are we finding anything here? Anyways, you tell us when you do find it, Andrew. So... every single U.S. senator was issued a sat phone, which sparks a fucking wild hair up my ass to think that something's going to happen where they need to use those sat phones. And so does the rest of the world, so it's nothing new.
Well, this is...
Here, hit his mic.
This is what a nuke would look like if it hit New York.
And what does that say exactly?
So this is... the yield is measured equivalent of kilotons of TNT.
Is there a legend that tells you how many kilometers is 1 inch or something?
Well, the Hiroshima bomb, the one that went off.
Yeah.
It was quite small in comparison to what they have now.
Yeah.
That was a 12 by 18 kiloton.
So this isn't much at all. That barely even gets over to fucking Manhattan, Brooklyn, if it blows up on there. But
it has like a nuclear radius effect where it branches out.
Yeah. But not everyone's dead. A lot of people just get some fucking radiation burns.
The blast radius of a nuclear detonation varies depending on the type of detonation. For a 10 kiloton detonation, the SD zone may have a radius of 0.5 miles. With a blast overpressure of 5 to 8 psi and greater, with a 6 kilometer radius of a 1 megaton bomb. Blast waves will produce 180 tons of force on. Anyways, the
goddamn frogs are gay.
Exactly.
I don't think that we got to worry. So there we go, dude. We're fine. Fucking tits out, shirts off.
Sun's
we're
out,
fine.
guns out.
Let's just sit back on Epstein's Island here and take a good 5, put our feet up.
I'm not worried about World War III anymore.
Do you think that you could order pizza at Epstein's Island? Or is it actually just little kids that show up at your door?
I'm sure when Epstein ran it, they could fucking fly pizza out there.
Obama delivers little kids to your front door when you order pizza in Epstein's Island. Thank you again for giving me dead space after my joke.
You have to order through Pizzagate when you get pizza.
The Pizzagate app. Obama delivers himself.
Too busy conjuring that one when you said.
Fuck, we're stupid.
Anyways, if you're still here, this is for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you like what you're hearing, drop us a like, drop us a comment. We'd like to hear some criticisms. You know, we can't get better if we can't hear what we're doing wrong.
I'd rather you tell me how dumb I am than Alex.
Yeah. You guys could be a little nicer than me.
Yeah.
So next up on the docket, I think we'll just flow right into this one. So the Gates Epstien shit. So
Yeah.
this is back in 2010. Apparently, we've got this thing here. Don't bother listening to these bitches. They're talking mad shit. So Bill Gates thinks he's the shit. He literally he didn't even invent Microsoft. He stole the software from some guy who wrote it. He thinks he's like the new Fauci or something. He literally thinks he has an authority on vaccines, even though he's a computer nerd that did ones and zeros his whole life. It doesn't matter because if you're rich, you can afford books. And if you can read books, then you're an expert on everything, right? You can afford the time to sit there and read the books on Epstein's Island when you're 37 times he visited Epstein's Island.
To do what, though?
No one knows.
It doesn't matter. He's
no
dead
one
now.
knows. There's security surveillance footage throughout the entire island, and no one knows what he did there the entire time of 37 visits. But he claims he never knew him. He claims they were just associates from afar. Right.
That's a small island. Why would you visit it?
And not know him, and not they've done personal dinners together through logs, actual logs that you can see the shit.
He's just an associate.
He's just an associate, right? So then this shit hits the fan. In 2010, he went to a Russian bridge tourney where he started playing against this one chick who was underage at the time. We're talking underage for them is 2019 or something, right? Like it's a little different than what we're thinking. Either way, he goes through this whole tournament. He apparently has an affair with this underage bridge champion, and water under the bridge. Who cares? Nobody talks about it. This is 2010, right?
Yep.
As far as Bill Gates is concerned, he came up in the 80s where he probably saw 10-year-olds getting banged left and right on Epstein's Island.
I would hope not, but...
Well, when in Rome, so that was the wrong idiom to use. So anyways, we
were just on Epstein Island.
We were just there. Hey, ladies and gentlemen,
Rome.
live from Epstein's Island. It's so cheesy to use the news account. The news account. Yeah. Anyways,
we're still on Epstein Island. Actually,
we're actually still there.
I just checked.
It's nice.
We need a new beach.
It's nice,
We gotta stop meeting
as long as you put the earplugs in and you stop hearing all the sobbing children in the background.
Shay says, I only click like because you're my friends, care more about hockey. That's your criticism.
That's a good criticism.
Adding Stasio was a huge benefit also. He should get at least 15 of kokanee per pod.
Okay, so we do have a big retarded demographic listening to us. It's fine. Yay! Okay, so he says he's not connected at all. We can play video A, and let's see what these people have to say about his connections.
All right, Andrew, hit video A. Shut up.
To the accused sex trafficker and the convicted pedophile. New evidence is coming out now that Jeffrey Epstein had tried blackmailing Bill Gates over an alleged affair that he had with a Russian bridge player.
Where'd this news come
from?
from?
Bill Gates' wife previously said that this was the key reason why she divorced him. Remember, folks, blackmail was suspected as being a core part of Epstein's line of work. He was luring the world's top elites into honey traps, recording their, salacious activities, and then using these as tools to manipulate them as he pleased. That was the accusation. But the other big thing we see is that Gates was not being really publicly honest, at least not totally, about his relationship with Jeffrey Epstein.
Okay, so the story goes like this. Ghislaine Maxwell's dad is a deeply embedded CIA guy with billions of dollars. How does he get these billions of dollars? Nobody really questions a billionaire on how he got those billions. We just kind of go, he's cool. He's smarter than me. So this guy, Maxwell Sr., or Ghislaine's dad, dies. I can't tell you exactly when, but what happens to all his billions? No one really knows. They go away. Ghislaine isn't as rich as her dad, so where the fuck did that go? Jeffrey Epstein pops up. All of a sudden, he's a billionaire with no one really knowing how he got all his money. Okay, really convenient that he comes up right after this Maxwell guy's...
Epstein was a billionaire?
Yeah, oh yeah. How do you think he flies all these people to his fucking?
He
Nobody
owned an-
pays.
he owned
Bill
an-
Gates is richer than fuck. He never paid
I
a
thought
dollar
he-
to get to
I
Epstein's
thought
island.
he owned an airline,
No, private jet.
private jet.
Not an
That's all it
airline.
was. I
Yeah,
thought he had
yeah,
like
yeah.
a whole airline.
Maybe
A lot of
that's
people have
news.
private jets. I'm pretty sure.
Maybe that's
he
news
had
to me.
some
Anyways,
whole
I was in
airline.
the middle of something. So now we go from Ghislaine's dad dying to Epstein magically getting billions of dollars. No one's questioning this. Okay. And then Epstein dies. Who's all of a sudden this magic billionaire that comes out of nowhere? Sam Bankman-Fried. From a couple weeks ago, you remember? Yeah. Where does his money come from? Oh, crypto billion. Like, how many people do you know made billions on crypto? You've traded crypto before. How hard would you have had to work to make billion, even 1 million?
You would have just had to have been a rich person that was dumb enough to
In
put
the
something
right
on
place at the right
on
time.
Dogecoin.
Right before it blew up, right?
Yep.
You think you can make billions though, and you can pull it out?
Because-
to pull out 1 billion, you need to make 2.
People like me made millions. People like
People like you.
no, yeah.
People, is that
mean-
where you got? Damn, how expensive is that shirt?
I didn't make it. I mean, people that make the same amount of money as me and have that amount of money to invest in it
Yeah, yeah.
made millions. So people
Potentially.
that are like rich as fuck when they invest into it, like they could have
This
made
guy was
potentially
younger than you.
billions on that shit.
This guy was younger than you. And you think he
Still.
really... So anyways, the conspiracy goes that this guy fell into millions of dollars just like Epstein did. All of a sudden, right after Epstein died. So I can't corroborate any evidence to this, but people are saying that this guy just got gifted Epstein's billions of dollars. And he's going to perpetuate this because it's a generational thing. You have to get him young. And if you can get some guy who's desperate, give him billions of dollars to do all this, they'll suck your dick. They'll do anything, especially on that island. Do you see this island, dude? Look at this. Look at this fucking island.
It's not that impressive.
Oh, fuck you. Where's your island?
Is that like the only building on the island?
No.
Everything else is underground.
There's torture chambers. There's
I know,
gas
it's
chambers. and
underground,
shit.
though.
Yeah. Everything else is underground.
But I don't have an
Underwater.
island. I can't talk. I don't have.
You
an
can't
island. I
talk shit. Your shirt's not millions of dollars.
I am an island boy tonight, though.
You are, aren't you? So there. I mean, there is one more video we could play real quick if you felt like it, but it's kind of getting tiresome here. Yeah, go ahead. Let's see what we're doing. Oh, what's going on here? No, go back and we got. I hate you guys. No, y'all suck.
6
Okay, there we go.
times. What does Gates say about that?
Well, I believe that there were more, and he and his spokespeople would not say how many in total they actually met. But this included visits to the mansion, seeing each other in Seattle, flying on Epstein's plane, when we all know Bill Gates has his own $40 million plane. And then, as an investigative reporter, why would Gates say, oh, I had no relationship with him, when, of course, he knows what the facts are? So that always sets off red flags for me.
He also has one of the largest, most established foundations on his own.
Yes.
Why would they ever set up a charitable trust benefiting Jeffrey Epstein?
Well,
What's the explanation?
not only does he have the world's largest charitable foundation, but one of their primary missions is to help young women in underprivileged countries.
Gates
Right,
says,
so cut
"No,
that. Now, after we get through all that, you wonder, why would he do all this? Well, because that dude fucked a young chick that played bridge a whole bunch, and Epstein came back at him and said, if you don't donate millions of dollars, I'm going to expose all this. Okay, what happens when you come at Bill Gates with all this hard dick energy?
I believe that.
You
and-
get suicided in jail.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
And I guess that's how you control rich people. You just got to blackmail them. That's the only way. When someone has too much money,
Exactly.
blackmail.
So the moral of the story is fuck that guy. Don't listen to a thing he has to say. He's coming at you about vaccines and shit. Go back to fucking giving my mom viruses over Napster, you piece of shit. What the fuck are you coming at me about? Oh, I read a book about vaccine. I can too. Are we both legitimate scientists now? Or are you just a computer nerd who wanted to get his dick sucked by an 18-year-old bridge player? Next topic.
Was it 18-year-old?
Yeah, well, now it is. It's going to get lower the longer we talk about it.
Fair enough.
Yeah, let's play a lol. Let's play this number 3, point of privilege. Tell me what you think of this.
Yeah, I want to hear this.
Video number 3, good sir. Let's hit the goddamn shit.
Yes. Guys, first of all, James Jackson, Sacramento, he, him. I just want to say, can we please keep the chatter to a minimum? I'm one of the people who's very, very prone to sensory overload. There's a lot of whispering and chatter going on. It's making it very difficult for me to focus. Please, can we just, I know we're all fresh and ready to go, but can we please just keep the chatter to a minimum? It's affecting my ability to focus. Thank you.
Thank you, comrade.
There's hundreds of people in the
Is there
room.
a speaker against name, chapter, pronouns?
Point of personal privilege.
Yes.
Please do not use gendered language to address everyone.
Okay.
Very brief point of information. If you are using a microphone, talk into it directly like I am right now, and do not wave your face back and forth because people cannot hear you.
This is the autistic dumbass convention.
Hi, James Jackson, Sacramento DSA, he, him. I have already asked people to be mindful of the chatter of their comrades who are sensitive to sensory
Fuck is this
overload.
meeting even for?
They call each other comrade. They're
heckling
social
and the
democrats.
hissing. It is also triggering to my anxiety. Like, the be comradely isn't just for, like, you know, let's keep things simple or whatever.
Buddy,
So
maybe
that
you're not
people
meant
aren't
for
gonna
this.
get triggered and so that it doesn't affect their performance as a delegate.
We have a lot of disabled comrades, and a lot of those are invisible disability. First of all, in this room, I see that no one's clapping for me. It could be because I'm not engaging, but it also is because everyone's doing this.
Look at this.
And that's really important.
That's how they
those
clap.
loud bursts of noise, even though this is a noisy space, when we can do something like reducing that, that's really important. So please don't clap, shoot up for people. Don't talk to cops.
Point of privilege. Can I reiterate?
Keep going. No, that wasn't done.
That we, for the sake of our comrades who have sensory issues, refrain from hissing, loudly shouting
And look
out
at
your
them with their
opinion on a
hands up.
vote, or waving banners and signs that reflect your vote in front of people.
Thank you. Hi, I am Andy P. From Los Angeles, they, them pronouns.
It's still.
Could I please
It's
ask
still
the
going.
chair to, again, there was a previous point of privilege about waving around signs, that it is distracting to other comrades. I have autism. This
I
is
have
distracting
autism.
to me. Can I would
Every
like to
one
ask
of those
our fellow
here have
delegates,
autism.
Please to not wave around your signs, especially during voting. Thank you.
Yes.
When we're raising our placards, when we transition between the votes, can we slow down a little bit because it's starting to get confusing for people? Thank you.
Totally. Yep. Okay, so now we're going to vote.
I have a point of order.
So voting yes would be to make it. Hold on, could I just get through my sentence, please? Vote all those in favor
Point of inquiry?
Yeah, what's your point of inquiry?
As it stands, this is Daniel Ray from Piedmont. He, him pronouns.
So we are a bit behind schedule.
Okay, cut it. Cut it.
Behind schedule.
We're good there.
Holy shit.
That was the most retarded fucking convention I can
Oh
think
my
of.
God. Listen, comrade. Fucking, I don't know.
A lot of us have invisible disabilities.
That was the most inclusive thing I've ever seen in my goddamn life.
Imagine what jobs those guys all work. They're like, I clean my mom's basement. She gives me an allowance.
And that's what happens when you let the slowest person lead the pack.
Oh man, that's what happens when you entertain autism. When we sit here and we think, oh, they have a good point of privilege to bring up or something, whereas conservatives even 20 years ago would have said, shut the fuck up, son. Get your socks pulled up, you piece of shit.
RL Gabo, why did this stream come up on my homepage? I don't know.
Love you, RL. Thank you so much. I don't know who you are, but I'm Alex. He's Jer.
I thought maybe you knew him.
No. But I'm Alex. He's Jer. We love your patronage. This is the Crowded Room podcast coming to you live from Prince George, British Columbia.
Yeah, thanks for showing up, bud.
Thank you.
I think he's gone
We're trying
already.
to shit on conspiracies and just shit like that. That blows my mind. That you can see her patience waning so hard, and she's like, "Yes, what's your personal one?"
Can we just get through this? Like,
we're very behind
man.
schedule.
Oh, yeah, mine was on my homepage the last couple days. Oh, that's like
She is stronger than me. That Asian lady that was hosting that whole conference there.
that was meant to be very inclusive, and everyone that stood for whatever the fuck they were preaching Oh man,
whatever.
That's quite the army.
Yeah,
that's quite the fucking gang they got going.
Everyone
on.
needs an outlet to kind of let out what they have to say. But holy shit, could you imagine if the whole country ran like that? Like if Senate was like that?
That's not how things were built.
Point of privilege. Yeah. I need my rent paid this week.
Yeah. When you're doing things and you have people like that, normally it's like, we need to find something else for you to do. Like, you're not useful here.
Yes. The scary part is we sit here and think that like soft men create hard times. This isn't even hard.
No, not yet.
This is some of the easiest times I can remember in my short life on this planet. And that was some of the easiest times in general, talking about the whole picture. Mm-hmm. It's got a lot of hard days to go before we start complaining.
I had a dream that the Earth started collapsing in on itself.
Really? What happened?
A few days ago. It was very vivid, and
imploding.
Yeah, it was kind of like an explosion, and then all of a sudden, just falling in on itself. And
okay.
And I was watching from so far away. It was so big. I'm like, this is coming here. And there was like 2 or 3 things that were going through my mind.
Yeah.
One was like, I hope this is a dream. I can't believe this isn't a dream, because I didn't wake up. I was like,
right.
This isn't a dream,
lucid.
right? It was pretty fucking real, man.
Yeah.
And I was absolutely terrified. And then so the other 2 things I thought were, I have to go get Hank.
Yeah.
My cat.
Your cat.
For those who don't know. And the other thing was, I am severely underprepared for this. Even if I wasn't about to get eaten up by this, I have no guns, no supplies.
Yeah.
And I have to go. I'm just thinking about grabbing my cat. I mean, that might feed me for a bit. That's a sad day.
That's a sad day. And that's a reality that some people have had to live through.
Yeah.
Eating their family dog or something. Not fun.
Dude. Not cool.
Not fun. Hey,
and
that's
so,
fucked
but
up.
because of how realistic the dream was, I actually got to be in that mindset for a second. Like, wow, I am severely underprepared for the end of the world. If there was an EMP attack, if we couldn't use our phones, if we couldn't...
You're allowed to buy a sat phone. You don't have to be a U.S. senator to go out and purchase a sat phone, but you do have to pay another bill, kind of, right?
I know people that use, like, satellite connections, but, like, how reliable is that?
Not the same, no.
Yeah.
No, I've used them before because I've worked in remote areas, diamond drilling and shit. So you have to test it every week to make sure it still works.
What about walkie-talkies? That'd be fine, right?
No. That's the same argument that you were giving me about the nukes.
You and I, if we have like long-range walkie-talkies, we'd be able to...
Yeah, we live 2 blocks away from each other.
Yeah, I know. How long do they go?
Something like kilometers.
Ones.
Yeah.
We live in a small town.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Right. It's just a different thing when you're trying to run a whole country for the Senate and
Anybody from Quebec on this fucking line?
Over?
Yeah, no, I'm not talking about that.
You don't have to do the with your mouth.
No, but if like shit went down, it'd be really convenient to be able to, hey, Alex.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
You come over to my house. I got guns.
Fair enough. I'm coming to your house.
All right. So here's another point of privilege I'd like to bring up. I don't believe that Joe Biden is a real fucking human being. No, I'm kidding. So Andrew, if you could go to point 2D, this is a video by Joe Biden's granddaughter herself, claiming that the guy that we see on TV is not the actual guy that she grew up with.
And is there more context to it?
Is there more context to
what
it?
She's saying?
Well, listen, let's just shut up and listen. You're good.
I'm going to do it anyway. My grandfather, Joe Biden, does have a twin. And that twin is currently pretending to be Joe Biden in the White House. So, unfortunately, my grandfather, Joe Biden, passed away about 4 years ago. But, you know, he had built up this really long political career. And my family still wanted to have a bit of power in the U.S. government. So we just replaced Joe with his twin brother, Beau.
Yeah, so go ahead and cut that.
Biden.
Where does this come from? You'd think this would be easily disproven through medical records.
That's his actual granddaughter?
Yeah, no. That's true. This is Naomi Biden, who was actually named as one of the beneficiaries of all these LLCs,
scandals.
shell corporations that are paying the Bidens back. So if you look into it, there is no company that the Biden family actually owns. But there are hundreds of millionaires. However the fuck you say that word, but and they don't actually own a company. Like they just get paid from people for being them.
Have we looked into if a Beau Biden exists?
So he had a son named Beau Biden.
He was born,
who was killed in the military.
That doesn't make sense.
I know.
So,
but this is saying that he had a brother named Beau Biden. Who knows? Maybe they just faked his brother's death at a very young age and cultivated him to do this after 80 years.
Something strange about that one. It's crazy because that's his granddaughter.
Yeah, right. Coming out saying that, and who knows if that's a deep fake or what. Today,
Fair enough.
Yeah. But I believe it.
Point of privilege.
Point of privilege. That was bullshit.
That triggered me.
That did trigger you, didn't it?
I need to move on now.
Okay, so we could play video A or B, whatever we got here for number 2 there.
Oh, you got more for this?
That's
right.
I got quite a few here.
My bad. Hit me.
Hit him with the death shot. You know how to do this, right? Yeah, there we go.
Hosting this. Governor, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, I've seen this one. This is two different people.
So that looks like two different people to me. One's got good earlobes, one's got bad ones.
I understand he's old, but man, he must have. There
Just
was like
look
a
at their
point where
facial
he
features.
aged so fast, and the earlobes are.
But their
that's why it's-
eyebrows and shit too. Like one's got a straighter brow, one's got a higher brow.
What was going on, letting Wall Street run wild. I think you needed any more evidence than what you've seen now.
Right?
Shins are different.
The eyes, the sacs under his eyes.
You needed any more evidence than what you've seen now. I think you needed any more evidence than what you've seen now.
Let's hit the music off. Yeah, that music upsets me. But anyways,
Don't upset Alex.
Don't upset me. You know how triggered I get. So do you think that's the real Biden?
Part of me thinks that, as you get older, obviously things change on you. But
do you really think your earlobes change that much?
No, I don't. And
do you think they would get tighter as you
No,
age?
that's the thing. Is a lot of the things that are different are because if you got surgery, it'd be more obvious. Because
yeah, let's keep playing some videos there, Andrew. Go on down the list. So I think this motherfucker's pulling the wool over our eyes. What do we just play? A? Let's do B. I think that Biden's actually been dead for 4 years, like that chick was saying. But let's just take a look at this. This is a creepy one. It has nothing to do with his face. So look at his sleeve. This bitch ass is hiding aliens in his sleeve.
That's CGI.
I know. No, fuck you. That's CGI. Look at that. Boom. That's MIB.
The fuck is that?
That's Men in Black. Let's call Will Smith over here. Yes.
If he was an alien, why would he have to stick it out like that on live TV?
See, that's why his skin got so tight, because he's got extra
like
living organisms
he's
inside
like
of. Yeah. Exactly. He's hosting more than one human or whatever entity inside of him.
Tinfoil hats are where, Shay says?
Yeah, you can buy a tinfoil hat at crowdedroom.com.
$20 a pop. I make them to go.
Come on over. We custom fit it to your head.
That way Bill C-11 can't get in there.
Yeah, Justin Trudeau won't bust your door down. Let's see this. So this guy's... This is just suggesting that this is a mask.
Oh, I've seen this. Look at how loose it is.
Yeah, right.
What the fuck?
I've seen so many where he smiles and his forehead wrinkles up like crazy.
So they say, because that straight up looks like a mask.
It does, doesn't it?
But they say that as you lose your health, your
you look like you're wearing a mask.
Your skin elasticity goes away. So that could be a sign of very, very, very poor health as well.
It looks like a sign of distrust
it looks like
in
a
the
sign
government.
Of filming for a movie.
To me, yeah.
It looks like you could rip that thing right off. But why would you scratch at it then?
Right, and I sent you those stills of actual CIA masks that people legitimately wear. It's not a secret or anything. There's too much information out there these days.
Shay says, wrap it up. Overtime is about to starting.
Oh, shit. Sorry, Shay.
Sorry, Shay.
We got 20 minutes, but I do appreciate your patronage, Shay.
Shay, you have a cell phone. Just keep us on while you're watching. You'll be fine.
I think you got this, Shay.
You don't need to listen to what they're saying. You're watching what's happening.
Either way, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know Shay, he's our resident bad boy for life. He'll be on the screen one day for sure.
Responsible for spreading all the monkeypox in town.
Shay, if you're looking for pox, fucking on the low, he's got that.
Pox on the low.
Pox on the low, yeah.
We got 6 likes, and we didn't even ask for a like, did we? Hey,
smash
that like button.
Hey, if you guys really like what you're listening to, give us a follow, give us a comment. It encourages us to do more if you're actually liking what you're seeing today. Otherwise, it might encourage us to change course entirely and turn the corner into what are we going to do? Teletubby fucking reviews? I don't know.
So, in the past, we've been talking about Bud Light and who did the other one? Was it Miller Lite?
Miller Lite.
And now there's a new one.
Levi's, Adidas, Ford. What are you talking about?
Well, as far as I know, the new one is, who was it? North Face.
North Face jacket?
Yes, North Face.
Really?
Yeah, so you know how they only make like one fucking thing?
Yeah. Windbreakers.
Puffy ass vests.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Let's
hit it, Andrew.
You can, yeah, there you go.
Go to the next slide, Andrew. Scroll down.
Hi, it's me, Patagonia, a real-life homosexual. And today I'm here with the North Face. We are here to invite you to come out in nature with us. Wow, this is nice. We like to call this little tour the Summer of Pride. This tour has everything. Hiking, community, art, lesbians making art. Last year, we gay sashayed across the nation and celebrated Pride across the nation with hundreds of you across the nation. This year, we're back again with 2 new stops. Atlanta, GA. Why? Because you're there. In Salt Lake City, we're coming for you.
Patty, can we go?
Of course! This year, all these fabulous speakers will be coming from inside this TV to a nature near you. So come outside and celebrate the beautiful LGHGTV community.
I like how they're trying to be 80s, but other than that, holy shit, what's going on? So you see that Bud Light eats shit after doing this woke shit, and everyone else is following suit? So that's literally like watching one guy jump off of a bridge and be like, oh, that looked fun. Let's all fucking jump off the fucking bridge of financial disparity here. So why would they do that unless they're being paid to do that, people? George Soros is not dead. He is trying to run this shit down your goddamn throats.
I think it all goes back to our 8th or 9th episode, the one about BlackRock.
We got that pulled down. So either way.
So let me just finish this thought here.
Please.
They have implemented not a social credit score, but more like a commercial credit score, like for businesses.
Yeah.
And so the more woke you are, the higher you are on that score. It's an index, and it also has to do with like how environmentally friendly you are, and like all those things. So like when one company owns basically every company, or at least a share in it, and then they implement that. Well, that's why we're seeing this now. And it's like, they don't even care if they lose money. It's like, it's an incentive for BlackRock to keep them on their roster.
And it's been probably, this shit was made 6 months ago and paid for, and all the actors paid, right? And then the Bud Light one hits the fan and everything goes wrong. But for some reason, they're still pumping this out towards you. Whereas a sovereign kind of company sees what happens to Bud Light, they would shelf that shit instantly, right?
Yeah.
That looks like suicide. As far as any of us are concerned.
What were your thoughts on that commercial?
I liked how they tried to make it 80s. That made it a little bit funny. Other than that, you're like, what's going on here? But it felt exactly like the Miller Lite one, where it was just so off. Tasteless. It was not off. It was obviously off-putting, but the word eludes me. But the tasteless is what it's not of the times. It's fuck me. I can't think of the word. But blind to the times is the general gist of what I got out of that.
Shay says we aren't the market anymore. That's why we see it that way. They're after the millennial babies now.
That's right, but not when it comes to Bud Light and beer. We are the fucking market. How many chicks do you know drink beer?
They're trying to get the younger crowd now. So now there's a bunch of college students that are going to go buy that stuff. North Face, maybe now, like, maybe it was getting outdated. Maybe people saw the puffy jackets. They're like, that's what my dad wore. That's my uncle wore. And now they're like, oh, that's what the gay people wear. I can wear that too.
That's fair to say, for sure.
But that chick, that dude, wasn't even wearing a North Face.
I don't even think she identifies as a chick. We'll tread lightly around there.
Yeah, they, them. They weren't even wearing any North Face gear, I don't think.
What's going on there to where, like, you can look at Blair White and be like, oh, yeah, that looks like a chick. And then you look at these guys and you're like, you're going to scare my kid if he ever sees you in person.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you think you're marketing towards the kids. You're scaring the fucking kids. But who knows? Like, condition them to be scared or be happy with the scary people around them.
I guess so.
Scary shit.
It's weird
scary
shit,
man. Let's load up number 6, video number 6 on there. I want to give you a little taste, little palate cleanser from that gay bullshit. Ladies and gentlemen, if you like what you're listening to, give us a like and subscribe on YouTube. We are 2 hungry young mofos trying to make it on this goddamn platform, and who knows how long this has to live with the EMPs coming and whatnot.
1 like equals 1 help.
1 like equals 1 prayer, yeah. So these guys are trying to help this poor rescuee, and this horse is like, fuck that.
Is this a drill, though?
Fuck that.
Is this a drill?
I couldn't tell.
Oh, he tried to do a fucking, like, look at this. And him and they're like, all right, cancel the horse program.
If this was a drill, that guy wouldn't have drug himself behind.
Drill.
No, that guy would not have drug himself behind the horse. If this
His
is
hand
a drill,
is caught.
He would have let the fuck go.
Like, he's like, I will be the one to stop the horse.
I've got the, yeah, he jumped.
Like, he got caught.
No, he jumped after. Maybe.
He tried to trip the horse.
Hey, maybe that's a dummy on there. I don't know. It reminds me of that one where the helicopter tried rescuing.
I was just going to bring that up. I was going to say, what's worse?
In a circle.
That's probably worse.
Yeah, that's much worse for sure. Because people don't realize underneath the helicopter is immense downdraft. Like, you don't see it in a camera or whatever, but it feels like the world's biggest fan.
And when I saw that guy getting spun underneath the helicopter, like, that was worse than any time I've ever.
So I've worked with helicopters and slinging loads and whatnot like that. So I've seen loads get tumbled around like that. The only way to stop it is to touch the ground with it, right? You can't do that with a human being because his head could smack off a rock or something, right? Like.
Fair
so
enough.
there's literally no way to stop it. You just have to be like, oh dear, does anyone want to go grab him? Like, yeah. Even then you're risking other people's lives. Yeah.
We got 12 minutes left to bust through a few more conspiracy theories. I say we hit them hard, fast.
Hit number 5.
Oh no, it's my turn.
Oh yeah, you do that.
Okay, let's hit the antifreeze.
After reading this comment, I definitely had to do some research, and I found out this one's actually true. Pop-Tarts and a long list of other foods and drinks use an additive called propylene glycol, which is also the active ingredient inside of engine coolants, various paints and varnishes and enamels. But according to the FDA, as long as you don't eat too much of it, it's okay.
Yeah.
My question is, if you eat a lot of food that has it in it and you don't know that it's in it and you just keep eating it, it could add up pretty quickly, don't you think? Various ice creams within the Blue Bunny brand also have propylene glycol in their stuff. Alright, this one's actually sad too because I love Cold Stone. But they have 17 different varieties at all their locations that have propylene glycol in them. More shots fired with Dunkin' coming in with their flavored iced teas having propylene glycol. But don't worry, you can still get their regular iced teas that don't have it. I've seen a couple of you guys say that Fireball is also banned in certain countries because of the propylene glycol, aka antifreeze, but yep, another one on the list. Why, Betty? Like, seriously, we can't
not
even
the
have
super
cake
moist
either? Yep, just another.
Is anything fucking holy anymore?
This list is actually longer than my first videos, just about banned foods in other countries. So if you want to see more of this one, definitely let me know.
So I think the problem is they think that people stop at the recommended serving sizes that's on the box. I'm pretty sure anyone that's making one of those super moist cakes for themselves is eating that whole fucking cake. Same with the Pop-Tart box. Like who's buying Pop-Tarts and being moderate about the amount of Pop-Tarts that you're eating? Like,
I mean, that's just it. Like, I never buy Pop-Tarts, but when I do, I eat the whole fucking box.
In one sitting. And
That's why you buy them.
That was 2 weeks worth of fucking Pop-Tarts that you just
2 weeks of propyl, what was that shit called? Glyphosate.
Glyphosate, yeah.
Dude, and that's just it. It's like, so one thing I learned is when things are regulated, and when it says only take this much on something, that's considering all the other things you could take that also have it.
Yeah.
So you can take that with anything. So you are able to go over their recommended dosages on whatever product you're buying. But like, dude, like in Canada, we're lucky that things are actually regulated that way.
Right.
In the States, it's completely different. And I learned this because of gym product, like supplements and stuff.
Yeah.
In Canada, like I was asking the guy at the store, I'm like, is this bad for you? Is this bad for you? He's like, dude, everything in this is like, he's like, you could take this mixed with anything here. It'll never hurt you. That's how things are regulated in Canada. They're tested properly. Whereas like in the States, things get like AG1, super popular. Dude, no one knows exactly what's in there. It hasn't been third-party tested. Like, there's a bunch of fucking things. Like, it hasn't been properly tested, like the way things have to be tested to be sold in Canada. So we are lucky for that in this country, actually.
Mm-hmm.
But
I'll give
things
you
are
that.
still fucked.
I'll give you that, but we are lacking on rights, human rights, basically anything that you can find in the American Constitution.
Lately, yep, and they're doing it in a way where half the population thinks that it's no big deal.
Yeah. I don't know. I think Canada's due for one of those revolutions that they had in 1776.
Absolutely.
We, I would like the right to bear arms. I would like the right to free speech.
I think we should bring the guillotine back, and Justin Trudeau should try it out.
We never had the guillotine over here, but okay, that was France.
I know, but we could bring it here.
We could. The Purge, that'd be nice, while we're spitballing ideas.
And before we get banned, I'm not going to do it. I'm not threatening the Prime Minister. I would just love to see it happen.
This is alleged.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're pretty high and dry on the lols here. Let's type in. So you remember?
What do you got for us here?
You remember last week? What do we got? A few minutes. You want to follow up on the Kobe shit from last week or no?
Real quick, let's do it, and then we'll hit one more.
All right. There's a 2-part video, 7A and B. Let's do that. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
A lot of suspicious things that happened before the passing of Kobe and Gigi that don't sit right with me.
Oh shit! It's Kobe Bryant.
He's literally in a helicopter that crashed.
Oh, yeah, that never sat right with me either.
The day before Kobe
How
died,
did it
LeBron
explode?
James
He
passed
doesn't
up
pass.
Kobe Bryant on the all-time scoring leaderboard in Philadelphia. And he did it on the 54th point. If you add their ages when they passed away, 41 and
I know.
13, you get 54. Look at the bottom left of the court. It's a snake cut up in 8 pieces.
The
and
snake
cut into
thing is
where the
weird,
number
for
8.
sure.
That
Is this
picture
a
used
joke?
to never
No.
be there. It used to be a circle of stars. This is the picture you get when you look it up. It says join or die.
That was like
Day after
Confederate
Kobe
shit
died,
back in the
LeBron
day.
James wore his jersey, did the Illuminati sign, and did the 666 with his fingers. I'm telling you right now, this gets a lot more darker, and I'm gonna make another video for it.
Yeah,
There's a
dude,
lot of
cut it. Those people,
Holy shit.
legit,
That's weird.
chicks, not chicks, like Rihanna, Jay-Z, they all do
I
this
see
thing.
that a lot, yeah.
They say it's the Rockefeller symbol.
It's
No, that's the
Illuminati
Illuminati
shit.
shit,
It's
dude.
Satanist shit,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Go fuck yourself, Jay-Z, you piece of shit.
God
Anyways, we got
damn
a
it.
part 2. We got a part 2.
Okay, hit it.
Here are a couple more things that happened before Kobe Bryant passed away that just don't sit right with me. For years, Kobe Bryant was battling with a pharmaceutical company for the name Black Mamba. The company called High Tech wanted to make a diet pill called Black Mamba. They were going back and forth for over 3 years, and Kobe believed that the drug had harmful drugs that were not approved by the FDA. High Tech then fired back, calling him a bully and that he was overreaching his trademark rights. And 3 days before their court date, Kobe Bryant passes away. And 3 days before that, a major investor in High Tech got arrested for trying to legally sell fentanyl. And these big pharma companies have a lot of power. Now watch this Nike commercial that Kobe was in.
Is that Kanye West?
I think so.
Arrivederci.
Arrivederci, motherfucker.
What did he say?
Arrivederci.
Blackmailing doesn't end.
It's kind of like
Heroes come and go.
a goodbye in Italian, I think.
Are they going to tell us? What the fuck kind of commercial
Here are
is
a
that?
couple
Are they
more
going to tell
things
us
that
what?
Are they going to tell us what all that meant?
Oh.
Part 3, I guess.
Yeah, they haven't came out with the part 3 just yet. But anyways, yeah, arrivederci just means like a goodbye in Italian, something like that.
Interesting.
Yeah. Really interesting, really weird. So apparently that pharmaceutical company was trying to put opioids and fentanyl into diet pills and call them Black Mambas, which was Kobe's kind of nickname.
Yeah.
So let's not do 3. Don't worry about 3. We're far fucking past this. It's not a part 3. It's just another guy talking about it. So anyways, yeah, Kobe talks all this shit, dies 3 days before his court date with all that. Is that weird or what? What the weirdest part is, who's signing up these pilots to be kamikaze shits? Like,
have you ever heard of the connection between what's the lead singer's name from Linkin Park? That
I did actually see that
and
one
John
today.
Podesta.
Yeah.
I feel like that's like just as worth
It's
looking into.
very
as that one.
similar. So there is that's a story for another day. The whole Illuminati.
That's exactly what I mean.
Illuminati influence on shits. Like, it's crazy. That one Trey Parks, something that shot Megan Thee Stallion in the foot. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Tory Lanez.
Sorry, Trey Parks. Fuck. Yeah. So that Tory Lanez, he wrote the lyrics in his song that like Illuminati's trying to get me and shit. Like and literally they wouldn't let him perform or anything until he signed this giant fucking deal. That's the story for another day. Maybe we can make an episode out of the Illuminati influence on Hollywood together. But
I got
that one creeps me out. That nobody ever even heard of that. The whole
Chester
Kobe
Bennington,
thing.
that's his name. Yeah.
Oh, okay, who apparently killed himself, right?
Yeah. And apparently he was working on a documentary about pedophilia amongst the elite. But like you said, that's a story for another day.
Story for another
Let's
day.
move on to some shit real quick. We got 3 minutes left. So let's hit up the cannibals. The cannibal sites. Have you heard about this? All the way to the top there, Andrew. There you go, her.
Hello, I
This
just
isn't
want
a
to show you guys some
conspiracy.
super disturbing shit that I found today.
Oh, I did too see this.
Here we go. Now, mind you, this is not the dark web by any means. This is just something that you can look up casually. I'm sure a lot of you have heard of the Human Meat Project.
Mm-hmm.
People for people.
You can order.
One body can feed up to 40 people. Donate now.
You can donate yourself.
Hold on. Stay with me. CannibalClub.org. Specializing in the preparation of human meat, Cannibal Club brings the cutting edge of experimental cuisine to the refined plates of LA's cultural elite.
Refined plate. Refined plates.
Panini pasta with meat
palate?
sauce, sirloin
she
steak,
said plate.
placenta lasagna. Mmm.
I've heard of people eating
Hey,
placenta.
here.
That's not as weird,
over it.
even though it is weird.
You can also go and look up the lawsuit against McDonald's for using humans in their meat. But that's a whole different video. Just welcome to America. We have
Welcome,
So
ladies and
people
gentlemen.
eating the placenta, that's actually like
That's nothing new.
That's nothing new. It's very nutritious, apparently. People swear by it.
Not me.
But eating human meat, we know that that's not good for us.
Yeah.
We know that. Like, you have to be like a cannibalistic tribe that's like, they don't know what's going on in the world, like to do shit like that. But we know eating other humans is not good. So
They call
that's
it long
crazy
pig.
that there's a group of people, obviously with a lot
Yeah.
of money too, elites, they're saying, that want to eat people.
Apparently, humans taste just like pork, and
so-
they call it long pig.
So
That's real. Yeah.
is that in Thailand?
No,
Long pig?
that's like those tribes and shit that you're talking about, dude.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, they call humans long pig.
Well, we're on the last 60 seconds.
Should we just get out of here?
Can I finish it with a silly video?
Kill it with one more video.
The last video. Here we go. What's
We
up,
really
Andrew?
appreciate your patronage
Here
here.
we go. What do you think of this, Alex?
My name's Alex.
I was supposed to say Andrew. You ever seen this movie?
No.
Me neither. Damn, that was pretty impressive, though, right? If you could do that with a boomerang.
They're Japanese.
What do you think? What do you think this guy could do to possibly top that?
Throw it with his ass.
What about?
And put it back together.
Wait, and then. That's the greatest in Japan. Boomerang Jack, motherfucker.
Jack. That looks like Chinese writing there too, but they're Japanese. Anyways, I'm an idiot. I'm not Japanese. I can't tell you. Live from Jeffrey Epstein's Island, I'm Alex and he's Jer. This has been the Crowded Room podcast. Please, ladies and gentlemen, if you've got criticisms, leave them in the comment box. If you've got love for us, leave it in the subscribe button. Rub your ass up against it real supple-like. And come back and see us again same time next week.
What he said.
The Crowded Room podcast.
Have a good night, guys.
Goodbye.